I have tried to give a solution for the global warming problem, but from another perspective, because I thought that the global warming problem is eventually a problem of energy balance for the planet Earth ecological system. So I thought that if we cannot control the heat generated within the system, we can control the incoming sun radiation energy to the system from the sun. I proposed to use a screen over a certain location on the Earth. For example, like the city of Doha, which we are here now. If we apply this screen or the big umbrella above the city of Doha, for example, which is 132 kilometers, square kilometers, this will be about a circle of 14 kilometers in diameter. The problem is where to put this screen and how to fix it. If we put this screen within the atmosphere, we will have a lot of troubles because we have rains, we have dust, we have winds, and a lot of problems. But if we go beyond the atmosphere to the space, then we won't have any of such problems. Of course, we will have another problems, but those probability of those another problem is much lower than those within the atmosphere.
So what will the screen be made out of?
This screen can be made from any opaque material. I propose to use a special type of foam. Why foam? Because it's light in weight and can be transferred and then be working there. The problem of fixation of this screen will be solved by the same way as we solved the problem of assigning a place for the satellites. That's meaning that it will be at the same altitude at which the satellite exists, which is called the geostationary orbit or geostationary surface. At this certain location, the centrifugal force driving the satellite or this screen out of the Earth is equal to the gravitational force attracting it to the Earth. So the screen will be held at its place with respect to the surface of the Earth. By this way, we can reduce the temperature of the city of Doha in a passive way. A passive way, that means we don't need to use electric power or any type of energy. It's just shadowing. So for the city of Doha, for example, we will not be longer need air conditioning because the average temperature of the city will be about 26 degrees all over the year. At the same time, this screen can be acted or deacted at any time because as we operate the satellites from land stations, we can also activate this screen and deactivate it by the same way. For example, I suppose to use it at 3 seasons from the year, the whole year except the season of the winter, which is does not need it. At the same time, this screen will be made from small cells, square cells. Those square cells can be in 2 positions. A horizontal position in which it will prevent sun radiation from falling to the surface of the Earth, and if it is in the vertical situation, and then it is allowed. In the inclination of it, we can control the percentage of the sun radiation we allow to arrive to the surface of the Earth.
Okay. So I mean, it sounds an amazing idea. There do seem to be some ethical considerations. I mean, who would be in charge of this screen? Because in as much as it can stop sunlight coming down to Doha, I guess you could also use it as an offensive weapon and cover another city and take the heat from them.
This is theoretically, but practically, who will invest in building such a screen, which will it doesn't cost little money. So I will arrange, and I already started negotiation about this issue, and the financing will be from that city. In another point, that this screen cells, one of its sides can be used as a mirror. And if we use this mirror and the falling sun radiation to Doha, we reflect it to Europe, especially in winter. Then, for the city of Doha, we reduced the intensity of falling sun radiation, we reduce the need for air conditioning. That's very good for ecological situation. And for Europe, we send them sun radiation energy, and they can reduce their need for warming power supply and so on. And this is a very big energy consumption. And in such a way, in Europe, they will not need to use electricity or power supplies for this purpose. As an overall, the electric consumption will be reduced. And this means a very good situation for reducing the carbon emissions. If we repeat the same project over several places, then the overall ecological system of the sun, of the Earth, planet Earth, will be benefit from reducing the overall energy coming from the sun to the Earth. And when we reducing it, then we have reduced radically the problem of global warming, but not via controlling the energy generated or the heat generated from the man activities, but from other side. Because as you know, we have here in the conference a big conflict of interest between the advanced countries and the developing countries. Because the advanced countries, they don't want to have any further commitments. But in this way, we to have changed the negotiation from the situation of zero-sum, one win, one lose, to win-win situation. The hot countries are winning by reducing the intensity of sun radiation, and the cold countries are winning by getting some of extra sun radiation and reducing their power consumption.